Hey peeps, it's your girl Blessydgazadiva and welcome back to the Blessydgazadiva channel. People, I did see this story yesterday from it dropped. People were in my DM linking me on Facebook, trying to reach out to me to send me this information. But people, yesterday was Father's Day and I wasn't going to make it a morbid day. It wasn't one that I thought warranted that situation. Once it's a situation with a father who took down his pregnant woman, and this was coming from the Clarendon area. Anyway, people, the news today is that the man has out himself, literally Teko himself. He has taken away himself. Anyway, people, when we get back, we're going to read the article, we're going to talk about it, we're going to look into it, we're going to see what people had to say, and as per usual, we'll have a discussion down below in the comment section.
You're not like anyone else. You find the way you are. Did you do this all yourself? A smile ignites the room. Sending us up to the time, you know it's cartel. Representing for Blessydgazadiva.
So for those of you who don't know, yesterday it was all over social media. I am pretty sure you've seen the video out there. You've seen it on Instagram, you've seen it on Facebook, you have seen it on YouTube. So I don't really think I need to put it here in its entirety, but most of you would have seen it. Now, for the ones who didn't see it, it is alleged that this young man was with this particular young lady. She was pregnant for him, and it is said that he was the one who took her out by whatevering her throat. And we have to be talking like this because of YouTube regulations, laws, etc. So when they said that he was the one who took her out, I said to myself, oh lordy, what would have caused him or what would have propelled somebody to do this act? Let me say this out there, clear as day. No amount of reason warrants what he did to that young woman, because you know a lot of people love to twist people's words and swing it how they want it. No amount of anything that she did warranted this behavior. He shouldn't have done it. It's simple and it's done. Anyway, let's take a quick look at them going after.
Let them blood clot.
So you can see from the video, people, that the community was incensed. This happened in Clarendon, and I don't know what's happening in Clarendon really. There seems to be a lot of incident. Even the incident that happened the other day with the young teens and the police, that was an incident in Clarendon. Now this is another incident in Clarendon. And I know for a fact that a lot of people don't believe in a lot of spiritual things, but you have to believe that the devil is let loose and he's walking the earth, rummaging it, seeking whom he can devour. And people, you have to keep your head together and your mind glued on and straightened, and don't let this be your downfall or you get caught up in that. Now, for whatever reasons, he did what he needed to do. I don't know why he felt he needed to do that. And some people will say now, oh, look what happened, because they didn't catch him on the outside, so they caught him on the inside. Anyway, people, we're going to take a quick look at the article. Man in custody for allegedly outing his girlfriend reportedly commits a write-off of himself. The man who is alleged to have outed his pregnant girlfriend in Roden Hall, Clarendon, yesterday has reportedly outed himself. Police sources say the man reportedly used an article of clothing to out himself this morning while he was in detention. The man was reportedly found unresponsive and taken to the hospital. It is rumored, people, that it's other people who took him out and not necessarily him who took out himself. Tell me your thoughts on down below in the comment section. As you can see, yesterday there was the crew out to get him and they were in a state of rage, and I knew, especially that woman that gave him the one stone in her back, if she did catch him, it would have been the end of it for him. So it is rumored, people, that after he committed the act, he went to pick mangoes and he was handing them out in the communities. In further digging and looking at some of the pictures for this man, you see that he was a Heart Trust NTA student. Now, it is also reported that he was a quiet individual in the community. Now, three things have been said. He was quiet, he hardly spoke to anybody. We hear it all the time, silent river runs deep. A lot of people who are quiet, they internalize things and they become a bubbling pot. They explode. Because this is more than even an explosion. For you to go to the next level, as he did with this woman, pregnant woman, for Christ's sake, it must have reached a particular boiling temperature or point. It passed regular temperature. So people who are quiet, sometimes when you talk to them, and sometimes when you see the people who are quiet, don't bother think, oh yeah, it's a nice person, that's why them quiet. Nice person, that's why them quiet. Devious person sometimes, that's why them quiet. And also, they have games being played in their minds by the various voices that you probably not hearing, but them are hear it. So that them are reason with more time. But that's a whole different topic and clinical discussion that I can't even get into right here. The other thing is, he went to pick mangoes after he did what he did. I remember some years ago when I was a child, I remember this man outed his girlfriend. And after he outed her, he went to KFC, bought a 3-piece meal, and just basically turned over himself to the cops. It looks like it's a coping mechanism for some of them when they have committed or done something so horrendous. Don't ask me, I've never been in the mind of one of those persons, and I've not done enough clinical studies to yet find out the scientific reasoning behind why they do what they do. But there seems to be some level of madness going on up there that I don't really or even can begin to imagine what is the cause. Now, for him to go and do something of this nature, then pick mangoes and give it out, it's a coping mechanism. That I can tell you for sure. And somebody being quiet in a community doesn't necessarily mean that that person, is a great person. I'm going to go back to the other point I made before, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they're a bad person either. Let me correct that. So I'm going to go back to the other points that I made before, and I am going to put it right here. On a need to start thinking about this, because this is not just a physical war, it is spiritual as well. Whether we want to believe it, accept it, or embrace it, it is the harsh reality of our society. Some things that you see being carried out, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness in high places. Some of these lawyers, politicians, police, humans in general that you see acting a particular way, they are under the spiritual influence. The ones in church, the ones out of church, they are all operating under the influence of the devil once you see them do certain things. Now, people will be like, yeah, you blame devil for this, and not necessarily. It's just one of those topics that people don't like to touch. And I don't like to touch it too, because it involves a lot of thinking and digging and proof and evidential records to indicate that that is indeed the case. But it is the reality, people. A lot of what is happening today has nothing to do with the person that you see operating in the flesh, but more to do with the person behind, or the spirit behind that person. Now, what could propel a man? Now, I don't know, because you know how them say, 70% of an audit that they did with people in society, women have jackets. No, I am not saying that this child was a jacket. Don't get it twisted. But I am saying, what would propel a sane, thinking person to execute or do something of this nature, even if it was predicated upon a jacket? What would cause that? You know, move on and go on about your business, right? So you cannot be in your sane mind, you cannot be in your right senses to do something of this nature to somebody that you said you slept with. And the other thing is, a lot of women see the signs. When people show you who they are the first time, believe them. Sometimes we try to see, oh yeah, him not so bad, him not go do this to me, him would never do this to me. I hear it all the time on news, and I see it on the TV, I hear it on the radio, but that not go reach on my foot. And then all of a sudden, you don't even have time to think if it reach your foot, because it die your foot without you even knowing. Stop tolerating and harboring behaviors that are not sane. You never know. She might be thinking in her head that she have to stay in the relationship because she have a child on the way for this person. And I don't know if him tell somebody, but the only thing now, we never ever going to know the reason behind what he claimed. Did it. But as I said, you don't really need to know what claim he has about why he did it, because something of this nature should never have happened. Both of them, young people, have lost themselves to whatever madness or whatever looseness or whatever stupidity. It is just a sad, sad affair on both hands. I'm not going to say, oh, I am happy for that this happened to him. I can't, because I understand that this thing called life is not as physical as we try to make it out to be. It is far bigger and deeper than this. Anyway, people, tell me your thoughts down below in the comment section. And as per usual, we'll have a discussion. If you've not yet subscribed to my channel, please hit the notification bell. And if you've not yet smashed the like button on this video, smash the like button and send this out. I'm out.